Hey guys, this is Faye from Feisworld Media. Welcome to another video here on our channel, and today we're going to answer a very burning question. Does Spotify opened up video podcasts to Anchor creators, so Anchor podcasters? And in this video, I want to answer a few questions. Should you hop on this train right now? And if so, why? It also has some dependency to whether you're starting your podcast just now or maybe with just a few episodes, let's say under 10 episodes, or you've been running a podcast for a long time and it's been hosted elsewhere. Or lastly, you're already on Anchor. So it's not by default that if you're on Anchor, all of a sudden you can upload videos today. It is not the case. In fact, if you upload videos without applying, you'll be uploading a video that's only showing up in audio format. It is true that Spotify today has a few video podcasts, but that's reserved to the chosen few. Even if you're not currently producing video podcasts, it might still be a good idea to look into this. More reasons, if you're watching this, for you to always record videos, as long as you have the consent from your guests. It's a great idea. Look, you can do so through Zoom easily or even Skype, but I'm also gonna list in the description below a few highly recommended resources for recording both audio and video podcasts to give you the highest video and audio quality. If that all sounds well and good, let's talk about what it means to have video podcasts on Spotify and why you should consider it. Number one, this is not the first time for Spotify to attempt using video podcasts on their platforms. They tried to do so a year ago and even years before, and it wasn't very successful. Now, let's move on. Why should you consider it right now? What we have noticed in terms of trends, even with myself, my own listeners, is that more and more people are listening to podcasts on Spotify. It felt like a really strange place in the past, but these days it's pretty natural. I'm going out for a walk. I might want to bounce between listening to my favorite music as well as sometimes Spotify, especially during those long walks, as you know. It's just so much easier to be able to switch between the two as opposed to, going to a different app for podcasts versus going to another app for music. Secondly, what does it mean for creators? Now, Spotify and Anchor both offer subscription feature, which means as a creator, you can charge a fee for people to access your podcast, audios or maybe videos later on. And you can charge 99 cents, $2.99, $4.99, whatever it may be. Spotify and Anchor make it really easy without you having to, set up another plugin or embed something on your website. It's all built in. Thirdly, the analytics within Spotify is just stellar. Because Spotify is a streaming platform, therefore the way people listen to your podcast is going to be different than the traditional way of saying on Overcast, you have to download the episode. A lot of people on Spotify will stream their favorite podcasts the same way they listen to their favorite music. Now let's talk about the type of podcaster you are and how you can make this transition as smoothly as possible. Now, if you're just starting your show, or perhaps you have under, let's say, 10 episodes, you're new in the territory, then it's really important to consider Anchor. You can save money by not paying for a hosting platform. Years ago, we were a little nervous when we first transitioned into Anchor, but since Spotify bought Anchor, at least for me, financially, I know they're gonna be pretty stable. They will have the budget to develop all the features. They will be able to tap into the Spotify platform and its audience. So it's a pretty easy decision. The hosting platform fees, even though seem kind of trivial at the beginning at $5, $10, $20 a month, or sometimes for $40 if you have a premium service, then later on you might notice that this software, this hosting fee, along with, let's say, Squarespace or ConvertKit, other software tools you will need to run your business, the cost really adds up, I know, as a creative entrepreneur. So if I can save some money knowing that this is a trustworthy and stable platform, all better. Let's talk about that. What if you are already publishing Anchor, you like it, and then I think it's a no-brainer. You should immediately, today, in the next 5 minutes, after you watch the video, to simply submit the form. Because even if you don't have video content right now, you can always create them later, or you can repurpose some of the content you created previously and just didn't know where to publish. Also, what if you're like me, already with live streaming content that you're already publishing and broadcasting, streaming to platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, then you can definitely repurpose that content or even upload them as new episodes on Anchor. Then there's an opportunity perhaps for you to repurpose that content and upload them even as new episodes or brand new content on Anchor. What if the third scenario is that you have been a podcaster for quite a while, a year or more, you got dozens, even hundreds of episodes? What should you do at this point? I also included a link in description below to show you a quite straightforward way to migrate and move from your current podcast hosting system into Anchor. I actually did this a few years ago, and at that time I had, I think, over 100 episodes. I was really nervous about how it would go, and actually went very smoothly. Now, one thing you do have to realize is once you move your hosting platforms, you will lose all the analytics, at least from that platform. So for instance, when I moved away from Libsyn, one thing I remember to do is to download all the Excels, PDFs, and spreadsheets to make sure that I save all the previous analytics. You know, we're a small podcast. It's not like I'm trying to capture, millions of downloads or anything like that, but it could be good insights for you to have later on. Now, the moment you move into Anchor, now you have your Anchor stats, but you also have your Spotify analytics. From that point on, it's going to be a clean slate and you'll be able to learn more about your show that way. If you guys have any questions, please leave me in the comments below and trying to help each other out as creators, talk about your experience. Again, years ago, people were not sure about Anchor as an independent company. What if it goes away? Will your podcast just simply go away or disappear with it? It was a risk, but right now I really don't think so, given now knowing that Spotify is the backbone for Anchor. How do I like it so far? I love the idea of not paying. So I have been using Anchor for a number of my clients as well. One of the recent podcasts we launched is called Enabled Disabled, focusing on people in community with a disability. So really enjoy doing that. You can definitely check it out. One more thing I like about Anchor is when you upload an episode or episodes, there is a library for you to save that content. Plus, you can create your own segments. Within an episode, you're able to reuse segments. For instance, you have an intro, you have an outro segments, perhaps you have certain ads already built in. So you're able to record them separately and reuse them pretty easily without it being an editing platform. Now, the one thing I don't love about Anchor, but I'm able to get around it, is their player embed. It is very bare, it is not fancy and doesn't have a lot of controls. So what do? Each and every time I publish a new episode, I go into Spotify and actually use the Spotify embed as my podcast player on my website. I really enjoy it. Plus, it kind of signals to people that my show is accessible on Spotify. This is the conclusion, guys. I really hope to create more follow-up videos and give you as much value as possible. I know that as content creators, the last thing we want to do sometimes is trying to get super deep into the technology piece. Like, could somebody else just do it and leave us to create content? Unfortunately, it's not always that straightforward, and sometimes you can rely on another person or a third party to keep your best interest in mind. So that's how I'm doing this and trying to introduce you and show you as much of behind the scenes forms, how it works, what I like, what I don't like. But I don't know about you, I am very excited about where Spotify is going, where video podcasting is going. If you want to check out more videos on how-tos on how to live stream your podcast, how to record it with ease, how to reach more people and get more views before you release the audio or the video portion onto other platforms such as Spotify or Apple, you're able to get so many views and engagements live on your social media platforms. Definitely be sure to check out that series. I'll see you in the next time. Bye.